Hello everyone, Abhishek this side. So from today now on, I'm going to start my own podcast, and this will be the episode number one. So my aim to start this podcast is to better my communication skills, or somehow if I am able to give answer to some questions which were sent by me by you. So before starting the podcast, I have a Instagram page where I sometimes write down my thoughts. The name of that page is thoughts.podcast. And I will say that I will go with the one take for this podcast. Means I will not take so many chances to record this audio of the podcast. I will go with on one take. So if you want to visit my page, I will give the link in description. You can go and check out. So last month I uploaded a story on my Instagram where I asked some questions from you so that I can give answer to those questions from my personal experience, or if I can give some views on these questions. So I generally got two genuine questions. So I think I can speak on them. And so let's start the podcast. So before starting or going to the questions, I will tell you a story where I got lucky, and it will be just a mood freshener. So uh, it was when I was in 11th class. It was our mathematics class when our math teacher, Mr. Gautam sir, gives us a question. I think it was a question of Venn diagram. So he gives us a question where he asked the answer from each and every student. So he started from the very front where after the question, solving the question, he started to uh, asking the answer from each and every student. So for very first 10 to students give answer 33 or 35. So means it was a tussle between 33 and 35. So by looking that, sir asked everyone that those students who had answered 33 or 35, please stand up. So everyone got stand up, except two students. It was one was me and another was Abhishek. There was another student in my class whose name was Abhishek. So we the only two students who keep seated. So after that, the teacher asked Abhishek. So another Abhishek, that Abhishek tell the answer. So he stand up and told him that the answer is 34. So after that, sir said yes, this is the right answer, and the sir keep praising both of us. He keep praising both of us in front of entire class that's how you should study, and that's what a good student is. So after getting the praises, the teacher told them to sit down, and we were moving to the next question. So the funny part is that my answer was 11, so I got lucky. And if sir somehow uh, said to me that you should stand up and give the answer, if I said 11, though I think he will beat me uh, because I like animal. Okay, so let's move to the question. It was just a mood freshener. So, so the very first question is, what keeps you going despite knowing the life is still and future is uncertain? So I think that yes, the future is uncertain 100%, but you can change the probability by putting efforts toward the future. In simple words, that yes, future is uncertain, but you can change it by making your efforts towards it. I'm not saying that you can change it 100%, but yes, if you do put your efforts, you can change the probability. Maybe you can fix your future by 10%, 20%. Maybe you put more efforts by 30 or 40. And it could be in anything, like if you are preparing for something, or if you are putting effort for something, any other purpose. So if you can change it, you can change the probability of your future. And what keeps you going? What keeps you going? I think this is all what we can do. Keep going. There is nothing in our hand, because if you want to know that, you can look for anything. You are doing something and you think that future is uncertain and what could be happen. So just make a list of that. What Don't make a list, just thought about what's in your hand and what it is not in your hand. So what is in your hand, keep working towards it and put your effort toward it. And what's not in your hand, keep it moving along with that. So, and don't worry about it at most. Don't worry about it uh, very much, because you can't do, I think, anything about it. So keep it going along with the things which are in your hands. So I think that's it, and we will move to the next question. So the next question is, how to be more self-loving and appreciating of your own self. And this is the second question and the last question. So how to be more self-loving and appreciating of your own self. So I think, first of all, before going to the question, I think I will go with the term responsibility, because sometimes we misunderstood this word. Because I think I'm not saying everyone, most of us, people think that we are only responsible to others. We are responsible to our family. We have responsibility of our friends, family, and our loved ones. But I think, as much as you are responsible for others, you are more responsible for yourself, right? It go about your health, about your preferences, about your self-respect, about your could be about your health, or could be anything which relates to you. So how to be more self-loving? To be more self-loving, first of all, you have to be responsible for yourself. You have to look that what's good for you, what not. Okay. And you have to put yourself. You have to just make a. You have to just make a list and prefer things which you could put above you, or which things should be down below you at for the preference. So in this way, you could easily justify that where you have to compromise, where you have to put yourself first, and where you have to be appreciating of your own self more rather than thinking about others. And it also depends on the situation, I think. To be and if I thought about to be more self-loving, I think there's no procedure. One should be more self-loving, right? And appreciating of your own self, because if you don't do this, then you can't accept to others to do it for you. Okay, so you have to take initiative for your own self, because it was you who chooses you and who makes your own character. Okay, because sometimes in previous times, what I used to do, I used to defame my own self. I don't know why, but I just do to just let everyone laugh, so that I can make everyone laugh just by all defaming me myself, by putting me below. So, but after some time, an incident happened. I realized that I shouldn't do that, because I can do it in my friend zone, where uh, I'm more comfortable, and where they think that I was just joking. So to be more self-loving, just keep loving and appreciating things you are doing, okay, and never demotivate yourself or defame yourself by your own, okay, and never blame yourself for everything. And be responsible for yourself, because at the end everybody knows that what's right for him and what is not, okay. He knows, I think a person knows himself better than anybody else. So it's not the question that nobody have answer about this question, but the thing is if a person is able to execute or take initiative for himself or not. So I think these were the two questions. These were only two genuine questions, and the rest are, I think, not that worthy, because they were like how many exes I have and personality or looks. So I think there's no point of discussing those questions here in this podcast. So if you want to ask, we can sometime meet personally and can discuss these questions. So before ending this podcast, I think I will go with the question to you, and I think we discuss in another next episode of this podcast. So before going, my question is: are you really sad or you just want attentions? I repeat: are you really sad or you just want attention? So I think you, I hope you like this podcast, and I think some in between I'm stuck on some words or on some sentences. So I hope you neglect that for this time of for this time period, and I ensure you that I will improve this. This is my very first podcast, and I go with just one take. So I hope you like it, and it is 9:30 p.m. and now I will go to watch IPL. So good night everyone. Take care.